Hi there, everyone. I'm sure you missed me. It's been a little over 24 hours since I posted my last video, but as I promised, I am going to show you how to get the perfect beach waves. To make this a little bit easier, because there's a couple methods I use, I'm going to do one method on this side of my hair and then a complete different method on the other side, just to give you a couple options. To start out with, I just washed my hair, and my go-to shampoo and conditioner is generally Living Proof Perfect Hair Day shampoo and conditioner. Absolutely love this stuff. Um, Sorry if I keep looking behind me. I keep thinking my husband's gonna come in here and start making fun of me. That's why it's better to do these when he's not home. Anyway, and then since I do have blonde highlights, I have a little bit of an ombre melt thing going on. I'm not really sure what it's called, balayage. Um, I use Unite, the purple shampoo. It's actually called Blonda shampoo. And I use this about once a week after I shampoo with my regular shampoo to just keep my blondes bright and keep them from turning brassy, because it has a tendency to do that in my hair. Um, and then also about once a week I use the clarifying shampoo, because I do put quite a few products in my hair. I just like to make sure that it stays clean, and it just feels nice to get all of that out every once in a while. Also once a week, I know I'm a little high maintenance on the hair, more high maintenance than on my skin routine, but this Amika Nourishing Mask is fantastic. I think I picked this up at Beauty Brands, but Sephora carries it too. It's just a great deep conditioning. I have very naturally coarse, thick, curly hair. I would show you, but to save time, I already dried it and straightened it at the bottom. So I usually put this on after I'm done shampooing, and I leave it in while I, soap up and shave and whatever else I have to do in the shower. But again, it's the Amika Nourishing Mask. Great stuff. Now, I do not wash my hair every day, every other day, but I'll get into all that and how to kind of train your hair not to have to be washed every day as I'm curling, just so we can get this show on the road. So I guess to start out with, I dried my hair, and I love this BB All Style Blow Dry. It just helps my hair get a beautiful, just shiny, smooth texture as I blow dry. And I use the wet brush to comb it out before I blow dry. I know some people say you should use a pick. Naturally curly hair, that pick, just snags in my hair. Doesn't work. So, wet comb. And then I picked up this wet brush also from Target a few weeks ago, and I absolutely love it, but it's to blow dry your hair. So I use this after I get my hair, I just blow it till it's almost dry, and then I comb through it with this to smooth it out. And then since I do have naturally curly, very thick hair, I take a flat iron to about the bottom 2 to 3 inches just to smooth it out, so when I do my beach curls, it lays a little nicer and it's not so poofy. And I'll kind of show you that here in a minute. So to get started, I am going to use my BB Hairdresser's Invisible Oil Primer. I love Bumble and Bumble. I know you can get it at Sephora. It's not carried by a lot of salons, but I love their products for hair. Probably my favorite. They're not the cheapest, but when you have hair like mine, sometimes it's worth paying for this stuff. So the first method I'm going to start out with, I'm going to curl all of my hair on this side. So I'll show you how to do that. On this side, I'm just going to do the top layer and show you how to do that for a quick beachy wave without having to do all of this under layer. I know you probably think I'm crazy right now, but just stay with me. So on this side, I'm just going to take the upper layer, and again, I have really thick hair, so it just depends on how much hair you have. And I'm going to clip that out of my way so I can see what I'm doing. And I'm just gonna spray some of this Bumble and Bumble primer on my hair so the curls stick, and it also adds shine. Great product. Another little tip that I'd like to tell you is if you have trouble getting your hair to hold curl, you can always put hairspray in it after you're done blow drying, and then blow dry it just a little bit longer to get it a kind of a coarse texture so it holds curl a little bit better. Again, I am using Sultra. It's called the Bombshell. I think there's a reason for that. It gives you bombshell curls. This is a 1-inch. I kind of prefer this because when I'm done, I'm going to actually comb out some of the curl. So if they look kind of tight now, they're not going to be when I'm done with them. If you have super long hair, they do make 1.5 inches, which might be better for your hair. So what I do is I take it, and this takes some time to get used to. There is a glove that comes with it, but honestly, I hate the glove. My hair slips through it. So I take it and I wrap it about 2 times, and I leave out about the bottom 2 inches. Again, the way to get the beach wave is to not curl the bottom. Otherwise, you're just going to end up looking like, Curly Sue or something. So I'm just going to keep doing this. And I'm only going to do the sides today just to, again, save time. And I usually hold for about 10 seconds. I used to count, but I've kind of gotten used to it, and so I don't have to do that anymore. So again, I'm not taking a section that's really any thicker than the curling iron barrel. If you take too much, it's not going to get the curl you want. If you take too little, you're going to get a bunch of tight curls. So again, you want it to be about the same thickness as the barrel. Okay, so I'm going to unclip this. While I'm doing this, I used to wash my hair every day. It was a literal pain in the butt, mostly because I have so much hair it takes forever to blow dry. So actually my hair stylist, her name's Bree. If you live in my area, I can get you in touch with her. She actually taught me a lot of what I know, so I can't take credit for all this, but the key to it is to train your hair. It's kind of like a marathon, I guess. You want to start, going every other day. And then after a while, my hair just stopped getting greasy on the second day. And then I went every 3 days. Again, the second day, or the third day was a little rough in the beginning. I was putting my hair up in a knot quite a bit, just to get it out of my face because it felt greasy. But after a while, again, my hair stopped getting greasy. Actually, today I hadn't washed it in almost 4 days. Tomorrow morning would have been 4 days. And it was absolutely fine. I could have gone longer. But I wanted to make this video for y'all. And so yeah, it's a matter of training. I would say each time you go up a day, it's going to take at least probably 2 to 4 weeks, depending on your hair, for it not to feel greasy. And I have some products actually that I'll show you in just a minute that help with that. Second day and third day hair, I actually have 2 different ones I use. So yeah, on average, I wash my hair about every 3 to 4 days. It just really depends on what I've done to it. It's really humid here this time of year, and I'm at soccer all the time. I practically live there. So I do feel sticky and gross a lot. So then I will do a little bit extra. Okay, so this side I did both layers. As you can see, my bottoms are nice and straight. And the way I have found to get it to hold the curl a little bit better is to let it cool off for a few minutes before you do anything else to it. So while this side is cooling, I feel like we're baking cookies here, we're going to go over to this side. And I'm going to show you how to just do the top layer if you have extra thick hair. And in doing that, how to make it look like you did your whole head. It's the lazy way to curl. Again, I have to thank my hair lady for showing me this. So again, I'm going to spray it with a primer, but this time I'm just going to do it over the top layer. And I kind of do this, I don't know why, kind of dries it up a little bit. So I'm going to take this piece here and I'm going to flip it over just because in the front you want to make sure that you're getting this piece here. So all of the front part looks curled and that kind of hides what you don't curl underneath here. So we're just going to trick people and let them think that we spent hours on our hair when we didn't. Actually, if I wasn't talking right now, I have gotten to the point where I can usually get this done in about 5 to 10 minutes total after my hair is dry. The first, I don't know how many times I did it, it seemed to take me forever. These curling irons aren't the easiest to learn. It does take some practice. So again, you can see I have a curl there, and then I'm going to also take the little piece here above my ear. I'm going to curl that too. So again, this is the Sultra Bombshell 1 inch. I originally saw it on the Sephora website, but they were out of stock when I went to get it at my local Sephora. So I ended up, actually, just by chance, when I was in Target, I was over by their hair stuff, and they had it right there, which kind of surprised me. It runs about $130 no matter what store you buy it at. But honestly, it's worth it. It gets nice and hot. Gives you that, I mean, it's really hard to screw this up, to be honest, once you get the motion right. And again, I'll try to do a couple more of these a little slower so you can see what I'm doing. But again, you can see I'm maybe, it's hard to tell from the screen, but I'm maybe 2 inches from my roots when I do the top. And then again, I leave about 2 inches off the bottom. And I know this isn't the best quality, which is kind of good because I just got out of the shower. I don't have any makeup on. I'm still suffering from this breakout. So this is me, uncensored completely. That's what you get. So again, I hold the strand like this. It may look like a lot of hair, but it's not any more than my barrel. So the thickness of the barrel. And then I just hold it about 2 inches and I wrap. And I leave about 2 inches off the bottom. Again, this comes with a glove, and I would suggest wearing that the first few times until you get a handle on the feel. I've gotten to the point where I can really do this and not worry about it. That piece I might have to do again. But yeah, I burnt my hand maybe, I don't know, 3 to 4 times. Actually had to call in late to work the first day I used it because I burnt my whole palm of my hand. So, because I thought I was too cool to use the glove. Yeah, don't do that. It's kind of embarrassing to say that you can't come to work because you burnt your hand on your curling iron. So, let's see here. So as you can see, I'm just doing the top layer. I'm not doing the bottom. And when I'm done, you won't even be able to tell. Again, I'm going to do this one piece one more time because it's not quite as curly as I'd like it to be at the bottom. Okay. So next week, Tuesday, I'm getting a Brazilian blowout Tuesday night, and I'm excited about that because I got it to my front pieces here and they do not frizz anymore. They do not frizz. That's a big deal for me. So I'm going to get my whole head done, and so I'm hoping that will cut down on the amount of time I spend with my brush and my flat iron before I do this. Again, that blow dry cream is awesome. I've tried many and it is my favorite. And I do put it in all the way to my roots. I know some people are scared to do that because they think that it's going to make their hair greasy. I will be honest with you, it's not going to. It actually, I think, helps it not get greasy. The other thing I think helps is putting hairspray in your hair. I I don't know why, but I just feel like my hair doesn't get as greasy if I put lots of hairspray in it. So, anyway, as you can see, I did the top layer and I have very thick hair. So what I do when I'm done with the top layer is I look for pieces that I can see that are still straight. So here I have a lot of hair by the back of my neck. So I'm just going to take this piece here that's under and I'm going to run that around my curling iron one time. And again, about 10 seconds. My hair curls really easily, so that is one good thing about me. Besides my charm, my wit. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now you can kind of tell that I have straight under here, and you know, but I'm going to show you how to take care of that because I'm that good. Thanks to Brie and a few things I've kind of, turned around from what she taught me. So now I've curled my hair. This side is pretty dry, and again, I curled the underlayer on this one. I did not curl the underlayer on this one. So on this side, all I'm going to do is take, again, I love Amika. Amika and Bumble and Bumble are my two best friends. This is called Undone Texture Spray. So I'm going to take that, and I'm just going to spray it. You don't need a ton of it. I hate when my hair feels crunchy or it feels so gross because I have too much product in it. So you can do one of two things. So sometimes if my hair is super smooth, I'll just run my fingers through it. You can also take a pick and kind of work it through the top if you need to straighten out anything that's not looking as good as it should. So on this side, since I curled all of it, I just do the texture spray. I think it just makes it look a little more piecey, beachy. And then I take my hairspray. Again, this is Amika Touchable Hairspray. Love it, and it smells good too. It smells kind of like cotton candy. I just spray this side. And then sometimes I just kind of poof it up. There we go. I should mention I have really thick hair, so I do not need a root lifter, volume lifter, whatever you want to call it. But in my second day hair, I use this BB Thickening Dry Spun Finish. I do not use a dry shampoo the second day, but when you are training your hair, you probably will want to use that dry shampoo the second day. But what this does is it just gives your hair some extra lift. And so all I do that second day is I pull up the top layer here, spray this, and then kind of work my fingers through it. And then it gets back to this volume instead of falling flat. So just another little tip. Now on this side, to kind of blend the pieces I curled from the pieces I did not curl, I am going to use Amika Hot Mess Texture Gel. Now this is a nice gel because it doesn't give your hair a real sticky feel. It's not like the gel that men put in their hair. I have used paste before too, I think Aquage, and that works great too. But what I do is I take my hair and I'm basically scrunching it. And you're probably thinking I'm just gonna mess this stuff up, but trust me here. If I did this to my whole head, which I usually just do the top layer, I don't mess with the bottom layer usually because I have a lot of hair again. I got 3 kids, I don't got time for that. So usually this is what I do every morning to my whole head. And I tip it upside down and run the gel through it. I usually don't get to the top. I'll do like the bottom half of my hair. And what this does, and I'm not actually sure, but it really does make a difference, is I think it pieces together the curly and the straight so they're not separated. My hair lady might comment and tell me I'm wrong, but usually when I do this, I do pick through it. The reason for that is I kind of messed it up, and so I need to go through and comb it to give it a nice smooth look. And I carry a pick, or I have a long tooth comb in my purse at all times. So if it's windy or my hair gets a little messy and I have a meeting, I can very easily get my curl back. So on this side, I'm not going to use my texture spray because I already put that gel in, which kind of has the same, purpose. And so I'm just going to take some hairspray, and again, I really hit the bottoms, kind of like that. Again. Now, tell me if you can really tell a difference in this side versus this side. You really can't. So, if you can master, just doing the top layer if you have thick hair, I recommend that. If you have thinner hair, definitely probably want to do all of it because it's not going to take you any longer than just doing my top layer. Now, if I were to continue this in the back, I usually just take the top layer because I can't see. I don't have a mirror. I do it blind. It's okay. And I clip this up, and then I curl the top layer that I can feel back here. And I've gotten pretty good about being able to feel where I have curls and where I don't. And then I unclip this, and then I usually divide it into about 3 curl sections to finish it out. So this is Lisa's Beachy Curl tutorial. Again, Sultra, Bombshell, you need to get one. Best curling iron on the planet. Can't mess it up. Seriously. Might take a little bit of practice to get the feel, the motion, not burn yourself, but trust me, it's worth it. So the last product I want to show you is the one that I usually use for dry shampoo on my 3rd and 4th day. It's called Triple Sec 3-in-1. It texturizes, amplifies, and refreshes. It has a nice clean smell to it. But what it does is it volumizes while kind of soaking in that oil and adding some texture. So usually this is what my hair still looks like on day 3 or 4. When I'm going to bed at night, if I'm not going to wash it every day, the last thing you want to do is put it in a ponytail. Because you're just going to mess up the curl. So I take my clip, usually because I hate to have my hair in my face when I go to bed. And I just take all of it and I clip it up, and I'll just clip it back here. And then in the morning when I take it out, it generally looks about the same as it did. And I just have to add a few fresh curls to, be ready for the day. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, please let me know. Anyway, my next video, don't know what it's going to be about. I need to find something interesting. Probably how to clear up your face. Yeah, stress. Don't let your rhododendron fields run out and not fill it. You'll look like this. But at least I can have good hair. Good hair kind of hides everything else that's going on here. So, again, it was nice seeing everybody. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, let me know. I love to teach people about their hair. Again, good night. Bye-bye.